Hey, 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 hello legends, hello, happy Thursday. I hope that you guys are all well. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I hope you're ready for the weekend. I know that I definitely am. And I'm just sat here. I'm actually in my own pyjamas, but I'm in Chrissy's dressing gown. He's had to stay late at work because the shit has hit the fan there. I've been shopping for a little weekend away. And so I'm just sat now with a little glass of wine. Today's been crazy at work. I've hardly had any time to come on here, but I've just been sat here and I've had a little bit of a mind-blowing idea, I think. I haven't tried it yet, but I thought, you know what? I'm just going to share it with you. Do you know, I just look like I'm a head, don't I? I look like a random head. Like, I think there's that program where it's just heads that kind of bob along. I look like one of them. I promise you I've got a neck, and I promise I've got a body. I'm not just a head. Anyway, I shared yesterday a video that I filmed for you guys, a really quick video about how to increase the amount of interaction that you get on your posts. If you haven't seen it, scroll down and go and watch it, okay? But basically what I was suggesting was, before you post any content on your social media platforms, whatever platform that may be, you make it your mission to use our mission, our company mission, to uplift and validate and empower as many people as you can, before you post your content. Imagine what that's going to do for the person that you're basically uplifting. First of all, God, I've got the hiccups. But then imagine what that's going to do when you actually then post, okay? Because you're going to be commenting on people's profiles. You're hopefully going to be building them up. You're going to be giving them genuine compliments. That might even translate into Messenger. And Facebook then are going to see that you guys are friends and that they need to see your stuff. So I've had a little bit of an idea, which kind of is linked to this and carries on from that, okay? So you will know that I love to share in my stories, and that one of the ways that I love to share our products and the opportunity is via my stories, because by doing that, what you get is a list already there of people that have actually chosen to click on and view it. So then you can legitimately jump in their inbox and thank them for viewing your story and open up a conversation, okay? So here's what I was thinking, all right, because stories are where it's at right now on Instagram and on Facebook. Everybody, not everybody, but most people are posting in their stories. Most people are hanging out in their stories, okay? If you go onto your profile page, have a look at the top. What is at the top? Stories. And when you click into a story, you can get lost in stories for God knows how long, okay? So people are posting in the stories. So what you want to be doing first of all, okay, is keeping the posts on your page to a minimum, 2 to 3 max a day. The rest of the stuff that you want to post, put it in your stories. Let people know who you are by sharing it in your stories. Let your profile page be the highlight reel. The stories are behind the scenes. That's what your stories are, okay? This isn't the tip, by the way. So you, first of all, you want to be utilizing your stories, not just for sales, not just for the opportunity, but letting people get to know you. Share stuff in there, do little polls in there, start posting pictures in there that'll let them get to know you. For example, I've been trying to do something like that on my business page for a couple of weeks, and it's really working, and it's bringing me a bit of interaction because I'm asking them a question. Hi, Fiona. And they're actually wanting to comment. So as an example, I love beetroot on a sandwich, right? I just love a cheese, ham and beetroot sandwich, or whatever I might have. I like beetroot on a butty. I really do. So I did a post a couple of weeks ago. It was me with a sandwich, a cheese salad sandwich that had beetroot on it. And I just posted a picture and I was like, would you have beetroot on a butty? I would. The amount of people that commented on that was crazy. Now imagine if you posted something like that in your stories with the question function, people would then reply to that, hi Fiona, and then they would sort of click into your story, they'd reply to tell you yes or no, you're dirty, and then you could get into a conversation. So here's my thoughts, okay? So when I told you to, or when I suggested to you to uplift as many people as you could before you post any new content on your Facebook profile, how about you actually do that in your stories? So how about you actually spend 5 or 10 minutes looking through your network stories, and you actually genuinely respond to their story with a comment that is going to give them a boost, that is going to lift them up, that's going to make them feel better than they were before you viewed their story. So one, you are putting an amazing amount of goodness out into the world. You know, you're putting an amazing amount of goodness into your karma bank. Second of all, you're building that person up like a mofo, so you're going to make their day regardless. And the third thing is, if you are genuinely commenting with real purpose and real intention of lifting them up that day, they're going to respond to that. Okay, so you're going to click into their story and reply to one of their stories. They're then going to reply back to you. Automatically Facebook are going to think that you are linked, so then when you then post your content on your profile, it's going to slap them in the face. Does that make sense? Throw me a little heart across the screen if this does make sense. I feel like I might need to do a little bit more training on this, but this is just literally an idea that has pinged in my head whilst I've been sat here catching up on Made in Chelsea. I've not tried it, so it's not tried and tested. You know, I love my stories, and I feel like this is the next part of utilizing our stories. It's like an extension of how we could utilize our stories. First and foremost, to put so much goodness out into the world, to absolutely lift people up like they've never felt lifted up before. So compliments, tips, whatever it might be, our sole mission in our stories has to be leaving people feeling better than they did before they posted that story. Like, we want to make them feel better about themselves. And then a byproduct of that is that when you post your content, if you're doing this with enough people, your content is going to be pushed out into the news feeds. Okay, so first and foremost, mission first, uplift as many people as you can. Second, it's going to help your business. So I hope this makes sense. Please drop me a comment below if it does. Please drop me a comment below your thoughts. Let me know if you feel like this could be a really good idea. I feel like this could be Mrs. A-Team's mission to spread as much freaking kindness and goodness and just awesomeness out into the world as possible, because that's just what we do. We make people feel better, right? That's what we want to do. That's my thing, and I know it's a lot of your things as well. And a byproduct of that could only be that our content's going to get pushed out, right, into more news feeds, which is going to bring more traffic to our profiles or business pages or whatever it is that you use. So ultimately, like, we can just be proud that we've just like uplifted the world. And second of all, it's going to help us build our businesses. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Have an amazing evening. Drop me your thoughts below, good, bad, indifferent, whatever you think. And then we can maybe put a plan together where we all maybe do this, see how it goes, and see if we can actually change 10 people's worlds a day. Like that. Imagine if we could give 10 compliments or positive comments in our stories, other people's stories, that is, a day. Imagine how many people would feel wonderful. Like, that is just, like, that just would make my heart like sink. Like, seriously, it would. Like, there can't not be anything better that comes off the back of that, because if our hearts are being intentional in terms of lifting people up, like, that's got to create a ripple effect, right, around the world. So I hope that makes sense. Snapchat, yeah, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, stories are where it's at. So I feel like if we move maybe a little bit more into stories and use them as a tool, you know, rather than just going on people's profiles, then I feel like this could be a little bit of a game changer when it comes to our businesses as well. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Have an amazing evening, guys, and I will speak to you soon. Love you lots. Bye.